my name is Estelle. This is gonna be my first makeup video tutorial, so I ask of you guys to bear with me. I'm actually using my phone to do that because I was bored and I decided, okay, it's a day off, I have nothing to do, so what else can I do is try to do a makeup tutorial for beginners. And this because I am not an expert, I'm not a makeup professional, nothing like that. I learn on YouTube as well, but cosmetics or affordable makeup or whatever. Okay, so you feel free to leave your comments below. Feel free to give me your opinions of what you think. So the point of my channel is gonna be to grow with you guys in my makeup or my care routine and stuff like that. So I will be sharing what I know, and you're more than welcome to also share what you know in the comments and all of that. So without too much talking, because I've been talking for like 2 minutes almost, let's get to the video, and yeah, let's get started. So first things first is I usually start with my brows. As you can see, my brows are kind of not really shaped per se, but at least I've got pretty much what I can look at to form the shape I want. Personally, eyebrows is a matter of choice, but where you gotta stay in between is don't make it too big, of course. Okay, the square, the round, the whatever, everything that looks good. So the first thing I do is I got this makeup brush. It's an eyebrow brush from, I think, Nordstrom. In the makeup section they usually have like samples, these, and then the other ones for the lips and stuff like that. So first things first is I brush my brows.
Or 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam are just $69.95. Just keep up. It's not just a better deal, it's America's best.
And then I use it's a dark brow pencil. I don't know if you guys can see the color difference. Yeah, I think it's from Eyeliner by LA Colors. I think it was like $1.99. So, and then you just start drawing the bottom. Personally, I like to start a little bit forward, a little bit after where my eyebrow naturally begin, and then underneath I just make the curve part I want my eyebrows to have, and then I take back my brush and I just brush them down just so I can draw the top line.
You know, light, fun. And then one day you wake up and this older guy is all you can think about. You do anything for him.
Okay, so pretty much this is what the sample looks like. And then I just go in with my brush and just try to put everything in place. I haven't done any filling or anything like that. And then what I usually do is once you brush your eyebrow to put them in place, I just go in with a light touch in the eyebrow, and then I start my filling. And then the lines where I began, you see there's no brow between there, so I just go in and then I'll go in and make like light pencil lines like this. Personally to me that is a method that helps. So I just go in and do this. Okay, then I go back with my brush and yeah, so pretty much you have that light, it gives you that light touch. It gives you the light touch for the brows and stuff. So this is pretty much what we're looking for. Brows they can't, you know, touch themselves like this. It can happen, no. So I just get my brows the shape I want them to have, though it's a little bit rough. So I'm now gonna go in with my LA Girl concealer. I think it's like $3.99 or $2.99 depending on where you buy it. In the color Warm Honey. And it's a color way brighter than my shade, of course. So I'm only gonna use it at the bottom. The advantage of this is that it has its own brush already, so you don't need to worry about getting another brush, but it's up to you. If you want, you can always get a different brush. And yeah, so what I do is usually I will just press like this much quantity and just put it on my hand right here, just so I can get the pencil, I can get the brush a little bit wet and covered with the whole concealer and stuff, just so application is gonna be easier. And oh, I started. So yeah, so now you're gonna like draw the bottom, you know, and just use it to shape just the bottom to get the form you want your brows to have. So I go in again and get some more, and just do the same thing on the other side. One thing I would say is don't worry if don't worry if you have, maybe you feel like you put way too much out on your hand, because we are gonna use it. So now what I do is I just, you know, bring it down towards my eyelid, because it's also gonna help when we do the eyeshadow. And what I do next is I just take like this brush. I think I got the pack of 10 brushes, so yeah, there were like 5 small ones like this and 5 big ones for like I think $8.99 online. So I wet my pencil, and this is my spray. So I have got like a primer spray for my makeup, and it's a matte finish. So I just go in with that brush and take some of that concealer, and yeah, I just, since I already used the first brush that comes with the concealer to do it, so I just go in with this one, and yeah, I just blend and blend and blend and blend and blend. At least that's one thing I retain from them, is that you gotta blend and blend and blend. Okay, so in doing this process, it could happen that you miss a part. I don't know if you guys can see, but I put in concealer in my brows. That's okay, don't freak out, just keep doing what you were doing, but avoiding mistakes, just so you don't get frustrated. So pretty much this is what it looks like, just the bottom of the brows. And don't worry about the fact that my concealer kind of touches here. That's fine, because we're gonna put the foundation, so it's gonna go away. And sorry if I keep looking up, it's just because I'm using the mirror right behind my phone. So while talking, I kind of put concealer in here. So you brush it. You just kind of airbrush the pencil in there.
It was my idea.
And pretty much this is what the first step looks like. You can always use your finger if you feel like you need a clearer picture. This is what the brows look like for now. So now we have to do the top part. Usually, because we're beginners, you don't want to go with something as light as the one we used before. And one advice, always keep them closed because they dry out, so it's really not good. So now for the top part, usually it's advised that you use something really close to your shade. I just like to use my brush if I feel like it has the color I don't want, like the concealer thing. I just, you know, wipe it off my hand and it goes away. So usually I will use something darker. So this color is Toast. It's really dark. Well, not really dark, like crazy dark, but I lost the cover of this one, so the brush kind of dried out. So we do the same thing for the top one. Just because this is closer to my shade, I don't know if you guys can see the difference. So this is the color I use at the bottom of my eyebrow, and this is the new color I'm gonna use at the top. Because the brush is already dry, I'm instead gonna use the same brush I used to blend the concealer underneath my brows. So yeah, I just patch it down like this and then put it on my brush and just come up and just clean up, you see. So yeah, because of the lighting, it might look like it's a little bit brighter than my shade, but it's not really. So I just blend it up, and I made the mess again. It's okay. So you just cover it back. And the good thing is, since we're still in the process of doing the concealer and shaping our brows, you can always go back and do what you need to do. Okay, and then I just take the excess concealer just upward, you know. We go back and we take the remainder, and yeah, and we put it, you know, and just clean and clean. So once that's done, please, an advice, don't do this when shaping your brows. Like, don't do that, because once you release, it's not gonna look the same the way you thought it would look when you did that. So please. And the good thing about what I'm doing is, because I have like acne spots, remaining marks, you know, before waiting to use my orange concealer to cover those dark spots, you can just take it up, you know. It's no big deal. You can just take that up and just start using it, you know. Anyway, we're still gonna cover it up at the end of the day. And yeah, some people will be like, oh, but why are you doing that? You didn't put the primer and stuff. Usually I will just spray the primer, and yeah. So pretty much for beginners, I want to think that these eyebrows are a little bit much more easier. And an advice, please, if you know you're not good at shaping eyebrows like me, you can get them waxed or treated or shaved or whatever you can do. And personally, which is not an advice I can give to everybody, is usually, because when I go to wax my brows, they don't always give me the shape I want. Well, sometimes I don't just feel the shape I get, but what I do is, the shape I have, if on the time I get the shape I really like, what I do is, when I start having growth, I just use like hair removal cream. I just put it there for like a minute or two, and then I take a cloth, like tissue or anything, and just wipe it off. So I make sure I put it just where I have the growth, to make sure I maintain the shape I had before. So so pretty much that is that for the eyebrows. And then I'm just cleaning up, and yeah. So you see that at the end of the day, you have that airy part that, you know, to make it look natural. And then yeah, you just brush it in and out and stuff. And that's it for the eyebrows. So the next thing is